Everybody, welcome back to the Movie Pod. My name's Isaac, I'm your host here, and I am joined by my co-host, Joseph, over there. How are we doing?
I'm not all set yet, am I?
You know,
Come on, buddy. You're gonna be doing better than this. I'm gonna finish Rebels before you do this. And I asked,
what if
end of season 1.
What if I just make your skin purple?
No, I don't want to be a Thanos.
You used to have Fat Thanos as your profile picture there. Now you got Stop Wars with a parrot, and you're very pale.
Stop the war. Yeah. I'm not that pale in real life, guys.
Yes,
I'm definitely not.
He doesn't go outside.
tanned.
He doesn't get any sand.
No, it's just. Oh yes. And you're not a milky little boy either.
Hey, I got my face is freaking red. Guys, welcome back to a new series on the Movie Pod. We always seem to, start new series on the Movie Pod without finishing out the series, but hey.
What are you talking about?
Our decade produces the best movies. We started 8 months ago, and we're up to part 3.
Well, maybe the 90s just aren't done making movies.
Yeah, maybe.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe. Yeah.
We gotta wait. We just gotta wait.
We gotta wait.
You never know.
Exactly. They might release a new movie from the 1990s. Just
exactly.
Back to the Future.
And then we have to add it to the list, and then we have to redo the video entirely, and then the entire thing gets screwed up. So there's no point.
Exactly. No. So this is a new series called. What did I name this thing? Overrated versus underrated? Is that something?
Yes.
Underrated or overrated? Part 1. Rogue One.
We haven't done this before.
No, we've not. Underrated or overrated? Part 1. Now, kicking it off with Star Wars. Surprise. Now, Rogue One, a Star Wars story. This is really surprising for me. To be some people's favorite Star Wars movie. It's kind of like Andor with me, but just more Star Warsy. It's really slow for the first half, and in my opinion, it only good when we have the Vader scenes, the badass Vader scenes. Obviously, one of the best Vader scenes is in this movie, the hallway scene.
Yep.
Yeah, so the Vader stuff is cool in this movie. It's a cool story. New characters, sure, it leads into A New Hope perfectly. CGI Tarkin is there. It is there. The Leia doesn't look alright, but still, it's cool. It leads into New Hope, sure, it's cool. I don't think it's essential at all. For it to be some people's favorite Star Wars movie amazes me. I don't know how
it really does. Hey,
it's good. Sure, it's good. It's very well made. Obviously, Gareth Edwards, director. Vader is sick in it. Vader's cold. Cassian Andor, so obviously their death on Scarif their death on Scarif when Scarif gets blown up. I believe that's the right planet. It's a good movie. It's really I can't rewatch it. I just can't anymore. It's too boring. I'll rewatch the Vader stuff because it's really cool and badass. Sure. But everything else, I find it boring. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's just, it's there. It exists as a Star Wars movie. It's got 84% Rotten Tomatoes, and 87% audience score. And as I said, some people's favorite Star Wars movie, and that just amazes me. And my easy answer for this one is, I really do think it is overrated. But what's your take on this?
No, I agree. I think it's one of those movies where it's so 50-50. Either you it's boring to you and you can't stand to watch it, or you absolutely love it. So yeah. I think
maybe exactly the same as Andor, just like the Andor. So you either love that
there is no gray area,
or it's really boring and you just don't like it. Me with Andor, I came to appreciate it more. I still don't think it's Star Warsy. I appreciate the writing, the production quality, the professionalism that went into that show. But still, as a Star Wars show, it's not very Star Warsy. I do get they were going on a different take on the galaxy. We're seeing it from a different perspective. Sure, cool. But I've said it many times. I watch Star Wars for my lightsabers, for all that stuff. It was interesting getting Andor, a new take on the Star Wars galaxy. Sure, it's interesting and all, but it's definitely nowhere near my favorite piece of Star Wars content. I appreciate the good writing, the good storytelling. I really do appreciate it. Because in Hollywood, it's hard to find that nowadays. And especially from a company from Disney, right? So I appreciate Andor in that way, but I still think it's pretty super boring, and it's not really Star Warsy, Rogue One has if Vader wasn't in Rogue One, it probably wouldn't be very Star Warsy. Apart from the fact that we get the Death Star being built, sure. There's a stormtroopers in there. Yeah. Seeing how the Death Star plans got to the rebellion, it's cool and all. As I said, leads into A New Hope, real cool. But again, it's
Andor and this, like, it works together. But for Rogue One, to me, it's one of those things. It could have just been Andor season 1, and then it could have just been a later season of Andor.
Yeah, it could have been. I don't
like, or maybe it could have been a short story. I don't know. I feel like they needed Vader to keep the audience there.
Yeah, like, I don't think it gets good until halfway in when we get Vader.
Yeah.
Krennic is a cool villain, kind of. He's cool. He's, typical Empire guy. Sure.
Yeah.
It's... I genuinely think it's very overrated. It's good, yes, it's good. But for the fact that it's some people's favorite Star Wars movie blows my mind. I just don't see how, when we have a movie like Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, even A New Hope for that matter, this can be your favorite one. Heck, even when we have movies like... on my Star Wars ranking, I put this higher than The Force Awakens, but I can see why people would like The Force Awakens more than Rogue One. I just don't like The Force Awakens because it's part of the sequel trilogy, and that trilogy is just a disaster overall. But if we didn't have Episode 8 and 9, I would probably... And we just had Episode 7, we were waiting for Episode 8, I would probably like Episode 7 more than Rogue One. It's just... Rogue One's great.
No, I back it. I back it.
It's just... really,
I'm okay with that.
It was the first Star Wars movie outside of the Skywalker saga, and I think they did a good job with it. Leads into A New Hope perfectly. As I've said, I want to make sure you guys know I'm not hating on this movie. I think it's genuinely good and really well made. And I'm glad it has Star Wars elements which make it a Star Wars movie, which unfortunately Andor doesn't have.
Yeah.
But that's his Vader. Vader is what makes it Star Wars. Without that, this would
crumble.
It really amazes me how it's some people's favorite movie, but favorite Star Wars movie. But if it is, then good on you. It amazes me. I don't know how. When you have movies, when you have Revenge of the Sith, how is Rogue One your favorite Star Wars movie? But people have their opinions. It just amazes me that it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is. I agree. It's overrated, but then it's so hard to say, give or take. Like, it's overrated, but
it's
then
overrated. It's not that it's
depending
bad.
on who you're talking to, it could be underrated because there are people who hate it more than we do.
Yeah.
So it's such a movie that's so split. It's so.
Yeah, there's just so
mix and
much
match.
hype for it.
The grand majority of people, I think, overhype. I think.
Yeah.
It's probably one of Disney's better movies.
It is probably. Yeah, as I say, it's from what
weird to say.
5 Star Wars movies we've got from Disney, Star Wars sequels, and then Solo, and then this Rogue One. Rogue One probably is the best Disney Star Wars movie, sure. But again, I say if we didn't have Episode 8 and 9, Disney's best Star Wars movie would probably be Episode 7. It's just because that's a complete trilogy now. So seeing the whole story of Episode 7 finished, it makes Episode worse. Like,
sure.
Episode 8 and 9 make Episode 7 bad. Rogue One it just amazes me how it's some people's favorite movie, and for that matter, I do think it's overrated. I'm not saying it's bad. It's definitely not bad, but it's definitely overrated. Like, I think, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I think that maybe the Rotten Tomatoes score 84 is fair because it is well made, and that's what critics look at.
Yeah.
But audience to be 87 for a Star Wars movie, I feel like it maybe, drop it down into the late 70s, maybe. But
yeah,
the fact
definitely
that
not bad,
90s,
but above average still. But
sure, but definitely overrated. I think it's good, but it's overrated. Yeah. The fact, I just can't get over the fact that some people's favorite Star Wars movie. I've said it a million times now, but easy one for today. I want you guys to give us suggestions on what movie you think is overrated or underrated. And we'll debate and come to a conclusion whether we think it's underrated or overrated.
We're not just doing Star Wars movies, right?
Yeah,
we're doing all movies.
We'll do, all movies. I just thought would kick it off with Rogue One, because it always really bugs me how it's some people's favorite movie, but favorite Star Wars movie. But hey, it's their opinions, so good on them. But yeah, next we'll probably do a movie we think is underrated. So if you guys think any movies are underrated, let us know, and we'll debate and come to a conclusion whether we think it's overrated or underrated. But anyway, thanks for listening to this quick episode. Let us know what you think of Rogue One. Is it your favorite Star Wars movie? If so, please tell me why. Tell me how. I'm very intrigued to see what elements makes it your favorite. But anyway, we're gonna get on out of here. Thanks for listening, and see you guys next episode. Peace out.
Bye.